Today, I am ranking every single member of the Jedi Council on a tier list from S to F, S being the best and F being the absolute worst. And in first, we have Mace Windu. Now, Mace Windu, I'm going to go and put at a solid B tier. A Jedi Master who did pretty much everything by the book. His main downfall was being highly against Anakin Skywalker, being a Grand Master, and full-on being a part of the Jedi Council. But he did support his clones during the Clone Wars, so he was a great Jedi Master, just under Yoda in a sense, but he was a big, love doing stuff by the book and the Jedi Code. That's probably what led to his ultimate downfall and being blinded by politics and all that. He didn't know the Sith were going to come and destroy the Jedi. So yeah. Next, we have Stas Ali, which is the apprentice of Adi Galila. So I'm going to put her in a good old C tier category. Next, we have Depa Boliba, was the apprentice of Mace Windu. Now, I only really know her because I've seen her a little bit in Tales of the Jedi. We haven't seen her much in the Clone Wars. And at the very beginning of the Bad Batch, whenever she got destroyed by her own clones. Now, whenever we saw that, we know that her apprentice is Kanan Jarrus. So that's why I'm putting her in B tier, because I just love Kanan Jarrus. So that's why she's in a good old B tier category. Next is Ki-Adi-Mundi. Not a big... He never really followed the Jedi Code. He had one line in the whole movie, which was what about the droid attack on the Wookiees. And other than that, he went fully against who the Jedi were in reality. He had attachment. The only Jedi who could ever have attachment was him, because his culture was dying, so he had many wives. That means he had a lot of sex. So I'm going to put him in D tier. His big forehead, that means he must have a big pee-pee. So yeah, that's why he's in D tier. But other than that, he used flamethrowers. He let the clones use flamethrowers. Flamethrowers were highly illegal in the whole Jedi Order. And the Jedi were highly against him. The Republic was against them. So yeah, he's in good old D tier. Next, we have Kit Fisto, our first A tier Jedi member. Now, Kit Fisto was an amazing Jedi, I think just under Mace Windu. He was the third best Jedi. He was the first Jedi to know how lightsabers could work underwater. He was mainly formed in Form 1, but that was his ultimate downfall against Palpatine, but he was a highly skilled warrior. So yeah, A tier for him. Next, we have him, which he's just going in F tier. Coleman Trebor. Now, Coleman Trebor died by one bullet by Jango Fett. He wanted a second of screen time in the Battle of Geonosis. Bro wanted to be the main character, so you know what he did? He tried to go kill Count Dooku and tried to kill Jango Fett, but then Jango Fett kind of just shot him in one bullet, and that was the end of him. So yeah. Next, we have Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'm just going to put him in S tier, because Obi-Wan Kenobi is a highly skilled warrior in the Jedi. He killed three Sith. Anakin Skywalker, which was Lord Vader. He defeated Darth Vader 3 different times. The third time, he literally overpowered him to where Obi-Wan just died. Second, he defeated Darth Maul. If not once, he defeated him twice. Maybe even 3 times throughout the Clone Wars. Third, he defeated General Grievous without even trying. Darth Maul and General Grievous, they have met hundreds of times in the Clone Wars. And guess what? He killed both of them without even having to try. Darth Maul, he tried a little bit, but at the end, he just ultimately killed him with one slice because he tricked him with Qui-Gon Jinn's form. So Obi-Wan was a hell of a Jedi Knight. If not, at that point, he was a Jedi Master. I mean, he was a Jedi Master, but he was a master of the Force, and he knew what to do in any situation. So that's why he's in S tier. Next, we have Plo Koon. I'm going to go and put him in S tier too, because he looked out for people. He looked out for Ahsoka, and he was trying to get the Jedi to be on Ahsoka's side whenever the Jedi bombing happened. So that's why he's in S tier. He was a very highly skilled warrior, but he showed attachment towards the ones he loved. So that's why he's in S tier. Next, we have Shaak Ti. Now, Shaak Ti, I'm going to put in A tier. The only reason I'm putting her in A tier, because she almost stopped Order 66 from happening with 5. She looked out for 5. She made sure 5s did not die by the hands of Palpatine. In the end, though, Palpatine brainwashed all the Jedi into thinking 5s almost killed him. So, yeah, ultimately, 5s was kind of put to death, so by General Fox in the end. So yeah, but she looked out for 5s in the end, so that's why she's in A tier. Next, we have this guy. Now, whatever his name is, he took the spot of Adi Galila in the Jedi Council whenever Adi Galila died. So that's why he's in B tier. I haven't really seen him much. I just know he joined the Jedi Council whenever that happened. So yeah. Next, we have Agent Hilaire. Now, Agent Hilaire is going to go into D tier. The only reason I know of Agent Hilaire is because the actor of Eth Koth was not in Revenge of the Sith, so he took his spot in Revenge of the Sith, so he's in D tier. Next we have Safet Stiti. He's going to go into C tier. I am probably definitely butchering these names, but do I care? Not really. Master 10. Now Master 10 in C tier. I don't really know much about him to put him above there. I'm not really a huge fan of him per se. He's out there and he's a very powerful Jedi Knight, but I think C tier is a good category for him. Next we have Yoda. Now I'm putting him in A tier above Kit Fisto and Shaak Ti. Now the reason I'm putting him in A tier, he was a well-skilled Jedi Knight throughout 900 years of him being there, a Jedi grandmaster of the Republic and of the Jedi Order for 900 years. He was well skilled in the Jedi arts. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is the fact that he let the Sith come back. He was so blinded by politics to the point he couldn't even notice the Sith was even going to come back and overtake the Jedi and overtake the whole galaxy for the next 20 to 30 years. So that's why I'm putting him in A tier. Next we have Yaddle. Now Yaddle, I'm just going to put her in B tier. She didn't have much screen time. She tried to bring Count Dooku back to the light. But other than that, I think a B tier is good for her. Now, Jedi Master Pill, we'll put him in probably good old C tier. He was a great Jedi. Remember the arc, the Citadel arc in the Clone Wars? That's when he ultimately died. So yeah, B tier for him. Next we have Yaddle Poof. F tier, most definitely. I don't really know much about him. I'll put him in E tier. I'm nice. Adi Galila. Now, I'll put her in A tier just above Kit Fisto. I really like her, but she died by Savage Opress when Obi-Wan Kenobi and Adi Galila were trying to fight. They were sent to go fight Savage Opress and Darth Maul, and she ultimately died by Savage Opress. So yeah. Now, Anakin Skywalker, I would put him in S tier. Now, hear me out why I'm not putting him in S tier. He killed a bunch of people, and his feelings were all over the place. So, he never got the rank of full-on Jedi Master because his feelings were all over the place. He didn't know what to do. He looked out for the people he loved, however, but his feelings were all over the place. He sometimes embraced the dark side, some embraced the light side, and ultimately he became Lord Vader. So, that's why he's in A tier, killing millions of children. Now, anyway, yeah. Next, we have Eeth Koth. Now, Eeth Koth, yeah. Eeth Koth's a good D tier character. Probably just above Ki-Adi-Mundi. He didn't really do much in the whole Jedi Council type of thing, but he didn't really do much in the Jedi Council. He was more of an off character back in the comics whenever, ultimately in the comics, Darth Vader killed Eeth Koth. He sent the Inquisitors to go kill him, but guess what? Darth Vader actually had to do the dirty job and kill him himself. So yeah. Next, we have this old man right here in E tier. So yeah, there we go. I ranked every single Jedi Council member on a tier list from S to F.